Oh, sorry, I don't know.
Did you start?
I'm recording.
If you would be in any animated like universe, which one would it be?
Hente.
Nah.
No, I don't know.
I don't get it. I don't see how that's Halloween related.
Okay.
What I do see though is your nipples piercing through your dry fit t-shirt. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to
Another episode of the Boys Podcast.
you know this fucking shit. It's episode 10 of the Boys Podcast.
Today is a very special episode because it's a 10th episode, and we also have a special guest here today. And his name is. You care to say your name?
Gio.
We got
I'm
Gio
excited.
here. We also got your usual host.
It's you boy.
Oh, okay.
Luis.
Nice. It's Rene.
And Victor.
And Gio.
And Gio, of course.
Again.
Alright, let's start this off.
Bro! Oh my.
Beanchy.
I wanted to see that shit in view, dude.
You
It's
can't.
not.
You don't
Yeah.
remember what you wrote down?
No, not the first thing. The first thing was, it's all you guys, because I didn't go to your...
Oh.
So we're gonna talk about the Joker movie. Well, we're just gonna kind of review it without.
Style big.
That's a different movie. We're gonna review it without spoiling it.
And I haven't watched it, so if they go too into detail, I'll just tell them to stop for the people that haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Go for it.
Bro, you know what? The movie was pretty good. That's it. Let's move on.
Hey, I'm not insane.
Bro, I think it's so funny. Come on. In every movie review, we always just comment, come on, oh, it's
That's
pretty good.
Honestly, no, Ira, I have a good opinion on it.
Stop fidgeting.
I feel like it's a really good, way to seeing how a crazy person acts, how their mind works, and also I really like how the connection from the Dark Knight and the Joker really
Ah, you serious, dude? Really?
Spoiler alert! No, I'm playing,
fucking
dude. I'm
hell.
playing. It was a joke.
So
Oh,
it
it's
was
funny
a-
because I actually remember hearing something like that.
What?
I don't think
the
that
web.
spoils anything
I know.
at all.
Vic, what do you think I said? Like how we.
So I saw a lot of stories of people saying that it's the greatest movie of the year
Well,
and hyping it up a lot. So my question is, does it live up to the hype,
think so.
or is Renee just gonna be on his phone the whole podcast?
No, I think
I think I'll get my phone.
podcast.
I would, but I don't have any battery.
Guessing whose fault that is.
But yeah, what Gio said about because it kind of develops of it shows you how he slowly starts going insane and stuff, and it's crazy. It is really, really well
Portrayed.
directed and portrayed in his Joaquin the Phoenix. He's really good at portraying that character, and I just thought it was crazy. I think it's just if that movie doesn't win a buttload of
Money?
Awards.
and whatever,
Yeah,
it's rigged. But
it's raped.
yeah, it's a really good movie.
Can I add on to it too?
No, you can't.
Fuck up, Luis.
I
Go
think
for it. Go for it.
I think that the
Vic
Joker
for
movie is really good because it's a coming of age story from the Joker. It's his origin story. They never made it something like that, and that hard R rating that they give it really
Well earned. Deserving.
They use
Rape.
it really good, that R rating, for all the gore scenes.
Yeah.
Because it's really explicit. It's really gory, dude.
It's really dark and it's really intense.
Yeah.
And I really
I remember watching it and I was like, yo,
3D.
dang. I can see how people are gonna start tweeting about
He
this.
cried. Luis cried.
Of
Oh,
course.
is it
3 times.
really?
Nah.
Sincerely,
I didn't cry
did you
once.
shed a tear?
No,
This isn't
not even.
Avengers Infinity War. Take it back to that. No, but no. I would Vic, feel free to stop me if this is como too spoily for you.
Go for it.
But I really feel
Don't touch.
Okay. I really feel Joker is always seen as a bad person.
The
I think you should stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Duh.
Because I already kind of got an idea. So So is he better than Heath Ledger?
Man.
Bro, I
It's
think
just-
you know what? I
it's
think
just
they go
different.
neck to neck.
I feel like that's the question.
I think it's just different. Cause I don't know who I was talking to about this, but it's just different. Like, it's
The
a
Dark
whole
Knight is
different Joker,
PG-13?
but it's different. It's not. I don't know.
I think it's just all about the rating, dude. Hey, can you imagine a Dark Knight movie that is
R-rated.
rated R?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Joker would be way more.
Joker.
Yeah.
Do you think The Dark Knight was better than the Joker movie?
Oh no,
Well,
I like this
you
movie
can't
way
you
better.
can't just even like compare them.
No,
I know, I was
but
gonna
if
say
they
that.
tell me to choose, I'll choose to watch this movie.
Really?
Are you serious?
Because The Dark Knight is really
I know, and I've seen it multiple times.
Wait, which
But-
one are you talking about? The first one?
good. The Dark Knight Rises.
No, The Dark Knight.
Maybe I have to put a little more thought into this.
Which
and
was the
watch
one
it
with
again.
Bane?
The
That's-
Dark Knight Rises.
The
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one
it's
I
the
really
last
liked.
one.
No,
You like the one with
Dark
Bane?
Knight.
With Bane,
We're
yeah,
talking
the
about Joker, bro.
The Joker comes up.
Bro, you
That
doing
is not the right movie. Never mind. Which is the one with Joker?
The Dark
Batman,
Knight.
Night.
Batman Begins.
No.
No,
What?
Era pinche pingüino acá.
Okay, so the one with Joker, that's a really good movie.
Batman Forever.
No, that's like very
Pinche
old.
animated.
Yeah,
Alright.
I don't think we can like. For me, like if they tell me which one you want to watch right now, I'll watch the Joker because
Yeah.
like I want to go watch it again. I just want to go now, seeing it and knowing what I know, whatever, and going to watch it again. But maybe like after a while, when the hype is over or whatever, maybe we can decide which one's better, a better
Okay,
Joker
okay.
or a better movie.
Maybe we can watch them back to back or something. What you guys do after the theater?
Oh, we went to Ocean to Ocean. It's a lake in Yuma.
It's a river.
Oh, it's a river.
I was bound.
So it was me, Luis. It was me, Luis, his girl, and then Krista, the girl that was here last time. Bro, shut up. It was me, Luis, his girlfriend, Krista, and Diego. And then we went to the Ocean to Ocean River. And then up there, that's where the territorial prison is. And we mentioned this in the last episode. That's haunted or whatever. But we went up through a different street, and we were walking to like towards this church, right? So on the left side of the street there's a church, but on the right side there's nothing.
A
There's
casino.
like there's like no.
It's an empty lot, and then the
Yeah,
parking
but
spot.
like right in front of the church you don't see anything but trees, and it was dark. You feel me? But like the street is elevated, so like the trees and stuff they're under. You feel me? But we were walking and we start hearing screams.
Joaquin.
No, we start hearing screams. Like some guy was just like, oh, hey, whatever. He was screaming.
Was he saying anything or was just
We couldn't
blind
understand.
screams?
Like, Luis thinks he heard help.
Oh,
but-
so he was talking. It wasn't just
I
blank
think
screams.
we all just heard different things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like we heard like what, like we all stopped and like, did you hear that? And then like, whatever. He was just screaming. We were like, what do we do, bro? Like, does he need help or is like what? And in that area where the forest is and everything, there's a lot of like drug addicts and stuff that are just walking around, homeless people. So like at first like we all thought,
Oh, it's just a junkie.
yeah. So like that's it, right? But like the screaming stopped, right? No, he kept going like for a while, right? For like at least a good 30 seconds, he was like screaming. We were just listening. We were all like in shock, like, and Krista was really scared, and like we didn't know what to do. Like, should we call cops? Should we stop someone and tell them? Like, we didn't want to snitch on someone if they were just like a junkie or whatever.
If they're raping someone, you
Yeah.
don't want to get involved.
No, but like if it was something serious, like they needed help.
Yeah.
And like we were just waiting and trying to see, and then the screaming stopped. So and we were just there, like we were all like,
Staring at each other, you guys didn't know what to do.
yeah, we didn't know what
Yeah.
to do. I tried to stop like 2 cars, but no one stopped. Like who was gonna stop? It was like 11 at night, and
Yeah.
and I like
Just
like
random people.
some random
waving.
people trying to stop a car. But like
Yeah, I would've- If I would have been driving my car, driving to the bridge and see a bunch of like six teenagers, I would have not stopped.
yeah, but like we were just there, and then
Oh, fuck.
the screaming stopped. We were just waiting, and then he started screaming again.
Yeah.
And then me and Luis and Diego, we got close to like the edge, and we saw a little light, and it was like there's a path through like the little forest or whatever, and we could see him. He was like kind of close, like we could see him, and he was just there standing like walking back and forth and like moving. He was like moving and like he wasn't doing anything, and then like you could kind of hear him talking like to himself, but you couldn't understand anything.
Yeah.
But it was pretty
Basically, he just looked like he wasn't something.
Yeah.
He was pacing back and forth. There was we saw a light, right? The one you said. It was actually a Ramada, and it had a light post.
Yeah.
So he was just there pacing back and forth. He looked like he was sagging, and then I don't know, just looked a little sus to me. So we were all just, hey, you know what? Let's dip.
So you guys were scared and pussies, so you just.
I mean, like, what would you say to a junkie, dude?
Yeah.
And bro, you good?
Want some more?
You good? Shut the fuck up.
I'm kind of glad we didn't call the cops because we were just like we would have snitched.
Yeah,
on
we
him.
would have ruined his day.
Like, what the fuck? I mean, he would have had a place to sleep and everything, asshole. If anything, it would have been beneficial to call the cops.
What if he goes? What if he goes?
Yeah.
to
What
jail?
if you blew his high because he was on heroin or something?
And he just like becomes
some
paranoid.
illegal substance?
Yeah.
I mean, he'll still have a home sleeping in jail.
He becomes paranoid and then he starts being aggressive to the cops.
Never.
And the cops shoot him.
No, don't go to that extent.
No, seriously,
So-
bro, you'd be responsible for the death.
No. But think of what Gio's saying. So Gio's saying is that he's a homeless guy, right? Well, you guys thought he was a homeless guy.
Yeah,
Pretty sure he was a homeless guy.
Okay, so
just like having a really bad trip.
I don't know anything about jail, but so you believe that
Anything? You
If
don't know
it's-
anything about
I don't know
jail?
anything about jail, but I think he should go.
Dead head ass.
You said it like it made sense. Like, oh, just take him to jail and he's gonna have like food and a place to stay for the rest of his life.
I mean, honestly, think about it. Like, they usually, like, a lot of people in other places como treat homeless people like shit. I'm not saying that's the case here, but
Yeah.
como if you put it into perspective, at least he's gonna have como like his own little jail cell. I mean, it sounds a little funny or fucked up, but like
Yeah.
como like he's gonna get food. It might not be the best food, but it's food.
Yeah.
Like,
But I think most of them prefer to be homeless than go to jail.
How do you know?
yeah,
I
have
think
you,
I said I think
So if you were a homeless guy,
I prefer to be homeless to be in jail than to be in jail.
Confessions of a
Would
homeless
you
guy.
rather be out?
well, if he
In the
really was a
hot
junkie and he goes to jail, he's gonna be
Worse.
because he's gonna be having withdrawals and stuff. Well, because he's not gonna be able to do the drugs that he wants to do.
Don't they do like rehab?
Honestly, yeah.
They
So?
make him do rehab, so he's gonna have to go
Bro,
through the whole
stop,
system.
man.
It's not.
And would
Can't
that
do
not
it.
be better?
It'd be better for him, but he wouldn't want to because what do they call it when they start feeling
The withdrawals.
okay, withdrawal? Yes, they start feeling withdrawal, and withdrawal's just like making them feel like shit and making them feel like they need to do the drug.
Thanks, Dr. Big.
Yeah, gotcha.
Tell them what happened after.
And that was the medical segment with Vic.
Alright,
what happened
so after that, we were walking. We went to the, we were just walking around.
We
Yeah.
walked back, and on the way back, there's like this abandoned like train station.
Oh,
So
yeah.
We were like, yo, you know what? Let's go on. Let's go check it
Do
out.
you know where that is?
Yeah, like they're talking about next to territorial prison or
Yeah.
like the actual train.
Yeah, it's like
Allow-
right next to it.
That's not abandoned.
Territorial prison. But
They
what is
still
it?
use it?
It
Let's
looks
just
run down as fuck.
No. Gio's talking about the wrong one then. Is this old one like after the bridge? Like if you walk the bridge, there's like cement like stairs and steps or whatever. What?
Nothing.
Cement stairs or steps,
It's
and
just
then there's
concrete.
like walls, but they're all broken
It
down. and
looks
stuff.
abandoned.
It is.
It-
There's no
There's
way.
empty buildings,
Oh, what the
Full of
fuck?
dirt
Oh, I
and,
thought,
like- debris.
Yeah, they were trying to explain it to me the other day, and I didn't understand where that was because I just never walked
Wait,
that
didn't
far.
you like record?
I think so.
oh my
Insert
God.
clip
Insane.
if it looks good because it was dark. I don't know if it
Yeah,
looks good.
I know. Yeah, I just show a little clip of our adventure. You don't know your
Can you think you can jump that?
Fuck no, dude. I don't want to fall and like land on a needle.
No.
Sure.
Maybe.
So the craziest thing that happened is we were talking about like, Oh man, like throughout the whole night, we were like, bruh, this looks like straight from a horror movie. And
Yeah.
like, oh, don't leave. That's how people get killed. And so we were walking into the building, and I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna check it out real quick, see what's like in there. And I'm like, bro, you know what? This is straight up giving me like horror movie vibes.
Horror
And as,
movie, right?
and as soon as I finished saying that, there was like a loud noise from the building. So we all just looked at each other and we fucking sprinted away from there, dude.
It's like this, like, I feel like it's like, there's this, like, long, like, roof. It's just like a roof. I feel like people waited for the train there.
Dog.
But, like, at the end, there's, like, this 2-story, like, building, like, abandoned,
Yeah.
right? And we got close and we're like, oh, is there, like, a second floor? Let's go, whatever. We're just, like, playing around. And then Luis just, like,
Lost
spooky
it.
vibes. And then, like, from the roof, like, if someone, like, purposely, like, hit a wall or,
Yeah.
like, the floor or something.
Maybe threw a
We
It's
rock
like they
or
heard
something.
Luis and they're like,
Yeah.
here you go.
Like, we all just
Spooky vibes.
sprinted, bro. I didn't look back. Like, no, like, I didn't care, bro. I left
Krista
everyone
could have
behind.
fallen and you guys could have
Dude,
just kept running. not
Never
knowing.
look back.
I'll never go back.
But yeah, like, I'm pretty sure, because it's weird. Like, at first I thought it was like, oh, it's probably like a bird or something. Or like just some homeless guy up there too. Because it's yeah, bro. We were at the park and there was just this guy, like, they walk from the park, they go into like the little forest or whatever for like minutes and then like a long time, then they come back and it's fully dark. Like, that's all they do, and it, like,
Oh, no
Miedo.
lights.
yeah,
That was the same night that you guys saw that guy screaming,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So right after the guy
Yeah.
screaming, we heard the
So it makes sense that you guys were just like on the edge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
On edge.
And it was before we found those DVDs.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
Oh,
DVDs?
We found the DVDs first.
What DVDs?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was. Oh wait, no, yeah, that was
What
after
DVDs?
the DVDs.
So
Did you
the
see the
group chat,
picture?
yeah, we had this group chat with all the boys, and they sent this picture of these CDs that they found at the lake.
And it was.
Care to explain?
What?
Oh.
It was porn.
Yeah, like there was
Found
this
porn
two like
DVDs.
CDs,
not CDs.
I
DVDs.
said DVDs.
Yeah. There was two DVDs with like girls on them.
Insert DVDs here.
DVDs were right,
Yeah.
and that homeless guy was like walking around there, and he grabbed them, and I think he took him with him.
Like when we came back from there, from the prison and everything, the CDs were gone. DVDs.
I know.
So that was pretty funny.
Not
I
on
think-
my own side.
I think that guy had a good night. I don't know where he would play them.
I was
though,
gonna
though.
say that how.
Imagine, bro. He's just like he plays to be homeless, but then he goes home to this big ass mansion in like.
It was
Portugal.
actually a Blu-ray DVD and stuff. I wanted to talk about something else.
Explain this.
So no, it says duendes.
Oh.
So back in high school,
Can you
Back
say
in
what a
high
duende
school, I
is?
used to.
duende is an elf, right?
No.
It's
Well,
like a little troll, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's trolls.
We have a friend like
What do they say?
Elves is more like Santa
Elves?
Claus.
No, in St. Patrick's Day, what is it?
It's not
Leprechauns.
goblins, right?
Leprechauns.
Oh
yeah, it's a leprechaun.
That's exactly.
So
it.
back in high school,
I
I
used
didn't
to
even
bust
know about
into-
this, but it's like an old tale for Hispanics, I guess. That at home, when something goes missing, is because there's leprechauns in your house.
For
sure,
duendes.
lighters.
Yeah, duendes, and they would talk about a bunch of my friends would talk about how things just like were out of place, like you left your keys somewhere, and they would end up somewhere else. Sorry, they would end up somewhere else, and it would really freak me out because after I heard that, I would just like continuously see stuff like out of place and stuff. So, have you guys like heard about that when you guys were little?
I've heard about it, and supposedly my mom, like, we used to go to this friend's house or something.
Oh, I know this friend.
Okay, and like, her mom, like the friend's mom,
Yeah.
used to say that there were leprechauns at her house or whatever, and
But they were cool with them, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I
like
think
that,
you told me
she
about it
would
too.
put like cups of like honey or whatever,
Yeah.
Lemon juice.
and like he would just leave it there, like, oh yeah, it's for the leprechauns, whatever, and they would just like eat it, or like
Like they would disappear.
yeah, like Oh
She
yeah,
would
she would
stop
leave it
going
there, and then
missing.
after like, oh look at the cup, it's empty now, cause like they like sugar. Supposedly they're like this little like small like Smurf type.
Yeah. Like
And
3
they-
apples high, but
Yeah.
evil.
No, but they're not like evil. They're just like if they were like little kids.
Mischievous.
Yeah, mischievous. Like they like to climb trees and throw shit at you and stuff like that. Like that's how it's supposed. Oh, like supposedly like, oh look, the leprechaun. He just went inside the tree. Like they would just climb up and disappear inside the tree.
Yeah.
And like people would actually see him and stuff. It's
Yeah,
actually-
tell is, well, what I've heard is that some people are like, well, like you said, that they're like cool with them or whatever. Like oh yeah, they exist, and they would just like tell different people, and they'd be like, nah, they don't.
Yeah.
But they would see like little hints of things that actually happen. So that's what I heard, and I thought that was pretty spooky.
I mean, I've never seen one personally, but hey, you know what? I'm open.
Well, I mean, they
Maybe.
say, I when I went like home after like hearing that in high school, I would like be showering and I would see the lights flicker, and I would think, I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't think that's why, but I would think like, bro, could those be like the little leprechauns just like messing with me or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of funny how
Like the door would swing open, and I would think, oh, it's just the air. But then my mind would be like, wait, are those the leprechauns like just fucking with me? Cause
what's that name? Conditioned. Your brain is conditioned to that.
I guess, yeah. Like I just kept thinking about it after I heard it. I just kept thinking about it.
Or a
Yeah.
placebo.
It's kind of like when you when you watch a scary movie
Yeah,
and you're like
I guess.
all scared.
But it's
Like,
crazy how there's people that like have that in their
engraved in their brain.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they like keep to it, like your aunt that like keeps honey out for them,
Yeah.
and she's done that for a while, right?
I don't know
Yeah,
if she
going as
still-
far as
I don't know
doing
if she
that?
still does it. I doubt it, but like
Yeah,
that's some scary stuff, bro.
it is.
Speaking of scary stuff, bro, Gio, you wanna elaborate on the time you almost fainted
No,
because you were so scared?
Carnal, no. Carnal means brother for.
It's
Mm.
Carno.
I mean, I guess, but we gotta put something straight. La Ouija, I mean, La Bruja wasn't, Ray, it was David. It was David for sure. Rene?
Okay.
Who do you think it was?
I used to think it was David. I used to think it was Ray.
It was,
It was
David.
David.
Okay.
It was for sure David.
Yeah.
We already settled this.
For
Gio.
sure.
Okay, explain what you're talking. I'm lost, so I don't know what you're
Oh
talking
yeah, you didn't go.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, Vic. You didn't go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was on Gio's 16th or 17th birthday.
about. Okay.
When we all hung out at my house.
What?
No.
Yeah, we did, didn't
It
we?
was my birthday, so we were at my house. Look, I vividly remember this.
Oh, okay then. Explain
So
it then.
you guys were still in my room, IE, and then I was like, "Oh, guys, I need to take a mad shit. Like, please let me take one. Then we'll go to Walmart."
Right.
And then like, you guys are like, "Oh, okay, like, o te esperamos aquí," and then como, "Oh, thanks." Yo fui al baño a cagar, salí, and then como you guys were ready, like you were listos, and then you're like, let's go to the canal. We'll go to Walmart that way. I'm like, all right.
Oh
From
yeah, we
your
went
old
walking
house?
to Walmart.
Yeah, my old house, remember?
So no one well, yeah, you were 16,
15
right?
beep, America Street.
Shit.
You already know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I remember the house, but why would you go? I guess it is closer, but it was dark. It was at night, or was it during the day?
It was 12. I remember 12, maybe 11:50ish, starting to go into.
Yeah, it
Central.
was already late.
Yeah.
So like how it happened, como nos brincamos la barda.
Yeah,
You already know how we do that.
Yeah.
And then like, we're used to that.
You know us Mexicans.
Jumping the border and Trump and shit.
Just saying.
Oh, but estamos yendo, and then I remember like that all clueless, like just walking and shit, and like then I was like, where's whoever like the fuck disappeared first, and then como, like I was like, qué pedo, and then we got to like a little stopping point, era la library,
Yeah.
and then como I was like, alright, where the fuck is Rey? Porque I remember que este güey como.
Oh, you noticed that someone was missing.
We were
Yeah.
all missing. I don't know why Gio gives so much detail, but he doesn't give what's important.
Not all you were missing. I remember like who was there at the stopping point of the library.
Then say who.
Okay, it was you.
Uh-huh.
It was me, el George, y luego el Josué y el David. Luis, I don't know if you were still there or gone. I think you were still there, and then ya como se fueron in two groups of people. And I remember que el Josué y el David se fueron. I remember I saw them disappear first over a hill, y luego a ustedes dos estaban missing y me quedé yo con el George.
Were they trying to fuck with you? Like, let's just separate, or they just like?
They did it on the spot. Like they
Can I say my perspective?
Go ahead.
My side. So we were all walking through the canal and it was dark. We were walking towards Walmart, right? And George and Gio, they were walking like a little
Ahead.
faster than us, a little ahead. And me, Josue, Luis, Ray, and David, we stayed behind. And I told him like, hey, let's go hide, whatever, just hide there. Josue immediately like understood. Everyone understood. We all hid. But like I think Ray like went up the canal and through the streets and ran like forward to catch up to us on the other side and scare us.
Yeah.
And I think Josue left too or something.
Josué left, pero como recuerdo también yo, el Rey, según como he went, like when he said to go get his phone, he went to go get la pinche ese dress aquí a la casa de Luis.
Oh, yeah.
¿Sí te acuerdas?
So Ray ran all the way to your house.
No, it was
to get
David.
a dress. David.
Oh my God.
Okay, doesn't
David
matter.
was the one who
Someone ran all the way to your
Sí,
house
pero fue el
just for a
David
prank.
y el Rey.
I gotta
Bro,
say that's
that
a lot of
doesn't
effort.
matter. Like you guys are like, we all hid and then like.
Pero you're just doing it like abruptly, dude. Como no get details.
Yeah, but you're giving details, but you're not giving what's important. You're like confusing Victor and even me and
Are you
everyone.
confused, Victor?
Yeah, because I wasn't
Should I slow
there.
it down for you?
No, just keep going faster.
Retarded.
It's because you worked from the canal to David dressed up. Like you missed everything in between. What?
Nothing. Go.
If you can cut it if what?
You said
he's gonna
retarded. You
cut it.
can't say retarded.
I said this like to tell me the words before. Okay.
Just keep
whatever.
going.
Pero, okay, and then pues I just remember that it was me and George Soros, and I was like, bro, I'm fucking scared. And pues llegaron y todo. I remember Renee, you came running up the library again. We went back down to the canal. Luego allí nos topamos a Luis. Y luego I kept hearing like a rock like in the distance, and then that was Josué. Like you called him or like you tried calling him, but he didn't have service. Pero venía corriendo ese güey del canal. Then I got a call from Rey. And Rey said, hey, como, me anda persiguiendo algo. Like, something's, like, chasing me or something. Like, it looks like, I don't know, como he was describing, like, an old lady. And he's, like, pointing and everything. Like, nos está haciendo describe. He's like, guys, please. Casi como según llorando. Like,
Yeah.
crying. And,
Did you believe him though?
yes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's because we were all in it. Like we're like, oh, just say this and that. And then I think we even told him before, like, bro, there's this old lady chasing us, whatever. Like, there's this lady in Josue. Like, Josue left for like a while, and then when he came back, he was like, dude, the lady. And then Gio wouldn't. He didn't know it was a prank because since we were all separate,
Yeah.
he didn't see when we planned this. He didn't know we were texting each other. We were calling behind
okay.
him. We would hide and plan, and then we would come back and tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was scared. He legit believed it. And we finally made our way here to Lisa's house, which is close to the library. And then
Well, we weren't here yet. We were arriving aquí como al police station.
Mhm.
I remember Rey como came a little ahead of us as before we turned. Like, corriendo, he's like, ahí está en la casa de Luis, like right there at Luis's house. And I was like, what? And I'm like, I kind of wanted to believe it, but not really. But I was like so in mind, like, this is real either way. So then como we were walking, and then we looked towards Luis's house, and I was like, what's that? And then like, you just saw like a little dark figure crouching, but you couldn't tell it was crouching.
was it? I
And then
think
he
was it
stood up
on the sidewalk or in the middle of the street?
in the middle of the street?
Yeah. So like, we would just see even I like it was the first time seeing it, right? Come on, I was like, damn, that's so believable. So like, there was someone just like crouching, wearing dark and like that, and then he stood up and just started sprinting right towards us. And then Gio just like
Fuck no.
Gio sprinted. He didn't stop. I think he went like this way, like
No,
back.
I went this way, like to the port towards the police station because like Josue was there. Like
A police
he ran.
station.
So like I was like, I'm false. So I'm not staying alone.
Hold up, I
So,
got
like-
one question. You guys mentioned the dress.
Yeah, hold up. I'll tell you
Okay.
right now. So Gio was running, and he just dipped like towards Joe. Like, he
Yeah.
was over there in the corner, and I was calling, like, them, like, come back, like, we need to finish this prank.
Yeah.
Like, come back. And then Gio's like, no, I can't. And Josue was on the phone, like, Gio says he can't. He's walking towards the gas station. Gio wanted light, right?
Yeah,
'Cause it was-
yeah. Obviously.
like, he wanted to be in public, whatever. And, like, they walked, like, all the way to, like, Family Dollar, like, close to that section. Like, bro, come back. You can't leave. Like, what about, like, come back, whatever. And then we finally convinced you, like, we'll meet up at Luis's Park.
It wasn't that way, because Josue, he just started walking. He's like, no, Gio, come on. And I just didn't want to be alone.
Oh,
So
okay.
since Josue started walking back, I was like, oh, no, come on. I was like, I just went back with Josue to this street, this long street.
Yeah.
I remember, like, he kept like, oh, run. So I just started sprinting, and then come on, nothing was there, but I was like sprinting.
But
Until
now
I saw you guys.
at this point, bro, Gio's already shit his pants,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. He
Like,
knew.
he
He
saw
convinced
that.
himself that it was real.
You could smell the shit
He was
coming from my
he
pants.
was convinced before, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Way before he even
like
saw the girl.
3 minutes into the prank, he was convinced.
Okay.
Because like we were all missing, and then we all had the same stories, and it would all make sense.
Yeah.
And then throughout this whole thing, Ray didn't have like a phone or something, and then Gio was like we were all like, let's just dip. We're just missing Ray.
No, I was worrying about Josue and David because they didn't have service.
Okay, they didn't have service, so like let's just dip, let's leave him behind. Gio was like, no, what about them? Like, bro, it doesn't matter, bro, they're gone.
Fuck him, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck him.
And then like eventually we all made our way back to this park, except for David.
Oh, okay.
We were all here at this bench.
It wasn't all of you guys.
Who?
Oh,
who-
wait. No, yeah,
We were
yeah.
all there
Doesn't
except for
matter.
David. Yeah.
Okay,
that
point
doesn't
is-
matter. We were sitting down, and then like Gio was like catching his breath or whatever. We were like, "Oh my god, bro, what's going on?" Like we're all playing, like we're just acting. And George didn't know either.
Yeah.
He thought it was real too.
Yeah?
He was he
Bro,
took-
he did
You
a
guys already
Facebook
filmed
live.
it.
yeah, he pulled out his phone. He was like recording Facebook Live, like to see what, like
Yeah.
whatever.
To one viewer.
When he pulled that out, I was like, okay, like now, like it was so perfect, bro. Like I wish we could have gotten the whole thing on video, but like we're just chilling in the bench, and then David is like hiding in the playground,
Yeah.
and he just like walks or fast walks whatever towards
Jogs.
the bench.
Yeah.
And he grabs Gio, bro, by the shoulder.
Yeah.
And Gio just turns and he sees like this dress, like that all black, this tall ass. Gio just sees that and he just like runs, but like drops himself
Yeah.
to like the ground.
Yeah.
Le
Yeah.
pegué al David, güey.
You hit him like.
Le dices, no, como like, cause you went like that, and I went like así, and I started running, and I was like, like I couldn't, yeah, como I was like,
So what I'm hearing right now is that Gio's willing to hit a woman. That's what you're saying.
dude, it wasn't a woman, it was a witch, and like I remember como like, también like me calmé, cause like I heard, ow, and David, and I was like, like ya when I stopped
When
running, I
Gio
was like,
noticed, bro, that it was David,
I was hyper.
Yeah.
I felt so bad because he was yellow and like he was just shaking his head like, no, bro. And he was just walking back and forth, and then he sat down like on the floor. He was like quiet. He was like in shock, bro.
Yeah.
We were all laughing, but Gio was like in shock. He couldn't move, and we stayed there for like a solid like another 15 minutes to.
So are we
convince
just
Gio.
gonna ignore that George lived through that too and no one told him? He had a phone. he literally had a phone. Why didn't you tell him like, hey, act scared? Like
No, because
a
he was
text,
scared
bro.
too, and it was perfect.
It was
Bruh,
genuine.
How was his reaction? Did
I
he sit
honestly,
by the
don't- I
curb?
think he just saw it. No, I think he saw him like running towards. I
Fuck
think he was
no,
facing.
dude.
And
If I wasn't in the
It's
joke
just-
and
no,
I
no, no.
saw David-sized woman in a dress sprinting in my direction,
Would you
I
not
would
swim?
pass out. I would pass out.
dude, it's
The
Would you hit a
image in
woman?
my
No.
mind, dude, of a David-sized woman, I cannot,
In
dude.
a black dress, yeah.
In
that
a
would be
black
pretty
dress,
scary.
exactly.
dude.
I
But
was
why
shitting
just say
pants, too.
so? You would hit a woman? Would you not?
I was just
swim?
kidding,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I was
obviously.
Like, itchy.
I
Oh.
think in the heat of the moment, I'd probably like maybe swing.
I
I don't know what
I
I would
think
do.
that George saw that and he kind of got scared, and then that's when Gio like he noticed. You noticed George, right? Because I think I was like next to you.
It's because George didn't know nada. So like since he was so scared, I mean I was like, ay wait, como que pedo.
Yeah.
Como like he's.
It's because like the only scared people were like Gio and George. Me and like the rest were like, nah, bro, come down. Like we're trying to keep Gio calm, but at
Yeah.
the same time, like we're acting like, oh my god, it's there. Like, but then Gio was like, bro, what are we gonna do? Like we have to call the cops, like whatever. Like we were like, nah, we're like the cool, like we're
Okay, you
trying
didn't want
keep-
to take it to a certain extent. Well, you called the cops or like.
Yeah, and bro, and it was like This
got
took like
neighbors involved.
at
or
least
something.
an hour and 30 minutes. This
Yeah.
whole thing, 3
We
hours.
got back to my house at 3. I remember
Okay,
it was
this took like 2
3:06.
hours and 30. Like it took that. Like it was a whole lot. Like we can't tell you everything because like we're gonna mix it up because it's a lot. But it was dope. And then like
Happy birthday, Gio! Fucking
I know.
hell. Did you guys come up with a cake afterwards or something like that?
Nah.
I don't
Oh,
eat
that
cake.
dress. They made their way here, and
Yeah.
Luis came, and
I
then they
texted
borrowed.
my mom like, "Ma, there's some friends coming over."
Can
we
we borrow a
gave them the
dress?
dress. She was like, "Yeah, sure."
Didn't she think it was kind of
Hey.
sus?
I
Pero-
explained there.
Okay.
George already knew at the park. You know how I remember?
What?
Porque when we were running, I saw David grab George. And then
Oh,
you
yeah.
calling him, Al Josue, saying, dude, you got
Sit
George.
down.
Like saying, como.
It would have been
like,
so perfect if George disappeared and then you were looking for him and then it was
Oh, I
just
think
you.
that's when we told him because he saw David's face.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, just play along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't remember that.
Yeah,
Fucking
Same on.
hell, dude.
That was,
It was-
dope.
I think it was like one of the most elaborate plans
Pranks.
we've ever made.
And it was all on the
Shit, no,
spot. It was perfect.
I know, ni está planeado, manches, no puedo creer.
We're all like so good actors, bro.
You were like the perfect victim because you're so gullible.
No, I'm not.
Coolable.
No, I'm not.
No, no.
And when you say it like that, it makes it sound so believable.
I'm pretty sure we can pull this off. Not the same, but something similar again.
Next birthday.
Luis.
That was not even loud. Jesus.
Ay, pero apestoso.
Had to though.
Had to do it for the.
Alright, well, moving on to the
Have you
next
had
segment.
any like scary experiences or anything like that?
Well, my
No, you
nana.
haven't. Moving on to the next segment.
Puentes.
What segment?
I was smelling the fart, but
Jesus.
I don't really smell like anything. The scary would you rather?
Oh, cool,
right?
cool, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So.
A little something to end this
The spooky
36
Halloween vibe.
minute special episode.
No way.
So we had prepared a couple of the internet's most asked questions, and
Says who, bro?
what was the name of that channel? Sports something?
Yes,
Barstool?
Barstool Sports.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Barstool Sports.
But this has nothing to do with that.
I know, I was
Oh.
kidding. It's a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
It's just a prank. It's just a
Oh,
prank.
it's supposed to be funny.
Yes,
Ah.
laugh. Please
All right.
do.
So the first one out of the two.
Ay, güey, me asustaste.
We just got the two. It's would you rather spend a night in Camp Crystal Lake or a night in Elm Street?
Bruh, that is one of the internet's most. Wait, I did this already
You did what?
in that episode where I said, bruh, this is one of the most asked questions.
Which one?
Whatever.
Oh, the bars. Yeah, same one. The
Yes.
Tiny Meat Gang one, right?
It was episode
What?
6.
Yeah, there was a
Irrelevant
sports
questions.
thing by Tiny Meat Gang.
Wait,
You weren't there, Renee.
He was.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Can you further explain the question? Cause like Elm Street, como without the nightmares, or just Elm Street?
It's
Why?
like Elm
Why
Street.
would it be Elm Street
Why would
without the
like
nightmares?
Like
Why would
it's
you
like
go? It's just a regular street then.
it's like saying Camp Crystal Lake, but with no Jason.
I mean, honestly, I think I'd prefer Camp Crystal Lake because it's something realistic, as in you're dreaming in Freddy Krueger. You can't really control the dreams.
Well,
You feel
You
it's-
actually can, because in the movies they do that.
They do, pero como I feel like I wouldn't be like willing to accept it enough to like not say to do it. So I think something more realistic like Jason.
Right. I like Jason a lot more than Freddy Krueger.
yeah.
Edward Scissorhands.
You think you'd have a better chance at surviving in real life than in a dream? Is that
Honestly,
what you're saying?
no.
No?
What?
I think I would end up dying in both scenarios.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, me too.
I
but
think
like,
I can hide in the top of a tree in Camp Crystal Lake and survive the night. I feel
Bruh,
like I
don't
can
think
do that.
no one has
Ever
done
tried
that.
it, right? Like they hide inside a house that he just breaks into. I feel like that's a reasonable way you can survive in
Yeah,
Camp Crystal
huh.
Lake.
without him knowing, of course.
Why would
Yeah.
you choose
No,
me?
if he knows, he'll probably just leave you there.
For the night? No,
Yeah,
you
he's
gotta
cool with
survive one night, 24 hours, Camp Crystal
Can you
Lake.
explain
Wait,
what each
a
of
night is
them?
not 24 hours.
Okay, 12 hours, 8 hours.
All right, can you explain what what Elm Street is in the
Okay, Elm
Crystal
Street-
Lake? I haven't seen
Okay,
any
so in Elm Street is Freddy Krueger's street where he haunts people that killed him, right? That burned him.
of them.
You know who Freddy Krueger is, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's the
so
guy with the gloves and the
Yeah.
sharp knives.
so
Sir
Freddy,
Pick.
yeah, Freddy Krueger waits for his victims to go to sleep, and then he attacks them in their sleep, and he convinces them that they're
He texts them.
he
on his-
convinces them.
Imagine Freddy Krueger just like, you up?
You, he convinces his victims that
Sweet.
it's all real. So if they die in their sleep, then they die in real
They
life,
die in
right?
real life, yeah.
Yeah. So Camp Crystal Lake is like a camp in a little island or town, right?
It's a town, yeah.
It's a town
Okay, it's a town.
with the lake.
Yeah. And
So,
Freddy Krueger Jason just goes around killing people that are part of the town or whatever.
when he was in a summer camp,
Yeah.
Jason, he was like this ugly
Didn't they drown
motherfucker,
him?
and nobody liked him. So they drowned Jason when he was a kid,
Yeah.
and the mother killed everyone in the camp.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
she got killed too by the cops. I think so.
Wait, she killed everyone but the cops?
She killed everyone and then got killed by
Everyone
the
in the
cops.
camp. So the teenagers that were in the camp that killed Jason or witnessed it, she killed those people.
And so like Jason,
Because she
for
was a
whatever
counselor or
reason-
something like that.
I think so. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe she was just like Jason's mom.
Okay, cool.
So like, in the future, Jason comes back for whatever reason, and
From
then
where?
from
The
the
lake?
bottom of the lake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he just gets a machete, starts killing everyone, whoever like goes into Camp Crystal Lake. So it's just like that one area.
It's a recurring
you-
thing.
you
How
either
they
s-
keep on going.
You either spend 8 hours in Crystal Lake or you spend 8 hours asleep trying to escape Freddy Krueger.
Wait. I just stayed up for 8 hours.
No, that's not it's a condition. You
Bro,
have
that's
to.
actually really.
I honestly can't decide because I don't know what they do, how they kill, how fast they are. You feel me?
Bro, let's watch the movie right now.
I mean,
Let's
for
watch both of
Krueger,
the
it's a
movies right
dream. He can do anything he wants.
Can I do anything I want?
Well, it's your dream, so you can find a way to control it.
Yeah,
Then
but
yeah,
it's kind of like.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll just fly off. No?
Okay,
it's
moving
your
on to the
dream-
next one. No, because
Acid rain.
Well,
That's
I
right.
guess. I don't know. Okay, point it. Moving on to the next one. So it's either surviving a jigsaw in Saw or surviving something like in Final Destination and
Death.
trying to escape death. Yeah.
Well, isn't like the death in Final Destination inevitable?
Yeah.
Like dead ass going, you're gonna die anyway. So Saw, like you actually have a chance if you play the games like right and you win, you get to survive.
now. Whose dumbass
Parentheses.
idea was it to include this question?
Yeah! It was your idea!
Ooh, I thought it was gonna be a good question.
It is a good question.
No, you know what? I'll go with Final Destination.
Why?
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
You're just contradicting
You
me.
gotta be paranoid till the day you die, bro.
Well,
no,
if you
because
see
it's
the-
like
Wait, does
on-
anyone actually survive in Saw?
No, you still die
Yes.
in
I
the
think
end.
so, yeah.
People do make it out, no?
Some of them, because there's this like thing where
I've only seen
People-
like scenes.
people
Yeah.
die
Yeah.
in like a certain order. So if death skips you, so if you escape death, it goes on into the next victim.
Where?
You're talking about Final Destination.
Yeah.
I was asking about Saw. Does anyone escape Saw?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I see
dude.
it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, well, see those scenes in a bit because I don't think I've seen one that people actually survive.
Yeah.
In Final Destination 2, only one survives. The last survivor of Flight 180. But in order for her to survive, she like spends her last like years of her life in a mental institution to survive. Like she commits herself to the mental
Oh, so she's
institution.
always safe
Yeah.
In Final Destination
Which
2,
is
it is
really
revealed that
smart.
the clear is.
Why is it safe there?
because nothing can happen to you there.
You
Why
really,
not? You
because you're in a
can't
mental
die.
institution. You're basically like protected,
Yeah, you're someone else's
24/7.
responsibility. Yeah.
like so you don't kill yourself, so you don't like go like it's a mental institution.
I thought I saw that.
Oh, you saw?
No. I think.
Jigsaw.
But isn't it like, if you're in there, something can still happen?
Like what?
Like
Honest-
another crazy person
No,
escapes
but
and
you're
kills
like
you?
you're in
You're
this room
surrounded. Yeah.
and you have a
Straight jacket.
straight jacket, so you can't
Oh.
move
Put out the
and nothing
heater
can
blankets.
come in
It's a mental
except for the
situation.
guards.
Yeah, it's like
What if a guard is just crazy, bro, and kills you, bro?
But it's not like that. Like Final Destination is about coincidences.
Coincidences?
coincidences.
It's about probability.
Yo, have you ever
Yeah.
seen that movie It Follows?
Oh yeah.
That's a very good movie. We should definitely watch it
Crazy
next time.
movie, too.
So the whole like point of the movie is that it's about rape, right? Or
I think
sex.
it's about an
It's suppo-
STD.
Yeah, it's supposed to like scare you from sex or whatever. I think that's kind of like the point of the movie.
Oh, don't
So-
you have to have sex with the person and then como passes it to you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
person.
Okay, so for you guys that haven't, well, you that hasn't seen it.
Yep.
Okay, so there's this like monster that follows you around unless you have sex with someone else, and it starts following that person that you had sex with. So,
But
yeah,
if that person you transmitted it to dies and gets killed by, the
the thing
monster.
it yeah
it
Your
comes
turn
back
again.
to you.
yeah. So basically, you're trying to like get rid of this thing, this STD, because once you get rid of it, then you no longer see it, the thing that follows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're the only one that can see it. So if it's following you, everyone's gonna think you're crazy because it's just like following you, and only you can see that.
So you can't really say anything. You just have to have sex with someone.
I guess that's what it comes
Bella.
down to. Like, do you rape someone because you don't have time? You're being followed by this thing.
It's this unstoppable thing
Yeah.
that will follow.
So you try to
forever.
shoot it, it doesn't die. You try to drown it, it doesn't drown. You try to burn it, and it doesn't light on
You
fire.
lock
Is
yourself
it just
into your house.
walking towards you all the time?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's at a walking
So
distance.
if you get a car, you just drive to Yuma, bro, and you have sex with a girl in Yuma, you're chilling.
Dude, but it's
I
not
yeah,
that
okay,
but
I
like-
guess.
What if that girl gets killed?
Then she
It
dies.
goes back to you. It goes
She
back to you.
It's like this never-ending cycle. So the point of the whole movie is like it's a metaphor for STDs. You know what I mean? It's really cool once you see it.
So
Where
you
do you
should
see it?
wrap it before you tap
Yeah.
it.
So once we see it, I think you're gonna understand that it's like harder than what you're making it out to be, but it's a really good.
It's also a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yo, bro!
Oh shit, bro!
Chill,
What the fuck is that? Chill!